What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog.
What up, peeps?
Ryan's here. Abby was here earlier. She actually just left to go get some food. I actually came in a little bit late today because I stayed up until, I was on the computer until 3:30 working on the spreadsheet stuff. I told you guys about it at the end of yesterday's vlog. So I will kind of show you guys what I've been working on. But what I have done now is so much more than I had last night, and I'm so excited about it, and I still have a ton of work to do. I don't think there's really a stopping point for it, because I could just continue to work on it until, I have every single game done kind of thing, but I'm never going to get to that point. But basically, what it's allowing us to do is get a decent portion of the spreadsheet done automatically, and that was the first part that I did. The second part that I've been working on is to price games automatically, which is really, really awesome. So instead of typing in the name of the game and then having to type in the price, which for a lot of games we have to look it up on price charts, look into our inventory, see what we already have them priced at. This thing, you just copy paste it, drag it down, it automatically prices everything, which is really, really cool. The only problem is that I have to manually go in and set up all this pricing information beforehand. I've already done it for a ton of stuff. So I'll show you guys here in just a little bit how it's working, and it's very simple. I'm not a programmer or a coder by any means. This is just a very simple Excel formula that I found online. I was able to watch a YouTube video on how to basically adapt it to my type of spreadsheet here that we're using, and it works like a charm. And it all works with our inventory software as well, because we have a Google Sheets spreadsheet that we download and then import that to our software. And typically well, I didn't know until recently, but when you download it, it only downloads the first page, which is what we needed it to do, because the second and third pages are used to store the information. And luckily, it doesn't download those when you do it, so it works out perfectly. We do have a couple trades to go over as well, so we'll take a look at those, and then we'll take a look at the spreadsheet. So first up, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare for Xbox One. This thing, just came out, apparently. I think, so the side here was sealed. The whole thing wasn't wrapped, but the side sticker was intact. I think that the guy tried to take it to GameStop, and they turned it away. And so he brought it here. He told us that he came here first, but we told him GameStop will pay you more than I will pay you for this, and he still didn't want to go to GameStop, and they're right around the corner. So I kind of have a feeling that's what happened. But yeah, fairly new game. I posted this on the Facebook Marketplace for $35, which looks like they're going for about $40-ish on eBay. So I'm hoping that I can just sell it locally and get it sold quick, because obviously with new games, especially like Call of Duty type stuff, the price drops so quickly. So if we don't sell it in the first week, there's a chance we won't make our money back. So this is the other bundle we got traded in here. Along with these games, we got a fat PS2 with cables and a memory card. Unfortunately, it looks like the controller probably has some issues, but it's not a huge deal. So we have Red Dead Revolver, Secret Service, which I'm going to keep for the collection. It's a $5 game, but it's pretty uncommon. G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, Ultimate Codes for Gran Turismo 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Tekken 5, Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, Need for Speed Underground 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This is a disc-only copy of Final Fantasy 12, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Black, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, a disc-only copy of Half-Life, and then No One Lives Forever. Alright guys, hopefully you can see what's going on here. I have my phone on a little tripod here, obviously pointed at my computer screen. So I'm going to show you, I'm doing it so I can use both hands. So this is what a typical spreadsheet, let me see if I can zoom in here. This is what a typical spreadsheet looks like that we use to import inventory into our system. So this one isn't completely done here because it doesn't have, this column is our sell cost, which is what we sell for. This would be our buy cost, which is what we paid for the item. This column would also have some information in it. This is an older one that I've already imported, so I've just been using it to mess around. It doesn't really matter if I screw it up at this point because all this stuff is completely done in the inventory. But what I've been working on here, so this is the main spreadsheet. So these here would say like game, system, accessory, whatever it is, and we would, typically we're copying and pasting them. But what I've been working on is this. So this is the second sheet in the thing here, and this one, once it is done, basically it's not going to be touched unless we have to edit prices or something like that. The last little page here is just where you grab the formulas from. So right here, I'm just copying that. And this is for the pricing information, which is right here. These are the names of the games, and these are the prices. And my phone does not want to stay on this tripod. But I have manually entered in every single one of these games here in this column, and I've put in the prices for them as well. And not only do I have to put in the names of all the games, but in order for this to work properly, it has to match exactly what we type in. So right here for Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 1 and 2, I have all sorts of different ways of writing it because it's case sensitive as well. So I have Dragon Ball Z where the B in Dragon Ball is lowercase, and then one where it's uppercase. I have ones with semicolons, ones without. I have ones where the and of are lowercase, and ones where they are uppercase, because usually I write them uppercase, Abby writes them lowercase, so I have to basically account for every different way to write it in order for it to work properly and grab the right things. You can see Morrowind Game of the Year edition here. There's so many different ways that we write that. Let me see if I can zoom in. So you can see all the different ways there that I have written it. Every one of those lines is different in some way. So it's kind of important that I can get them all in there so that when we run this thing, it actually works properly. But as you can see, there's a ton of games in here. I've spent so many hours on this, but it's going to save us way more time in the long run. So I went through, God, this stupid tripod. I have gone through and I have entered in prices for a ton of the really popular games we get in all the time. So common stuff and really popular stuff. So all your Mario, Zelda type stuff like that. And then the cheaper stuff that we always get, like Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, Tekken, stuff like that. And then after doing that, I went back through and I looked up on Wikipedia a list of PlayStation 2 exclusives and NES exclusives, N64 exclusives, Super Nintendo exclusives. That's all I've done so far. But the reason that I have to do the exclusives is because if this game, for example, Wario Land 4, which is a Game Boy Advance game, if it had also come out on like the DS and they had different prices, then this would not work, because this basically looks for this one price, or looks for this one title and then inputs the price. So if two games for different consoles have different prices, but they have the same title, it will not work. So it's not going to work for every single game, but it's working for plenty of them. So what we do is we come back in here, going to copy the formula, go back to our inventory spreadsheet. We're just going to pretend that this is a sheet that I'm working on, but I have not finished yet. And you're basically just going to highlight the whole price column, and you're going to paste the formula in. And let me zoom in now. I can't get it to, I'll just have to hold the camera. So you can see it's entered in a ton of prices here. The ones that say NA are just ones that I don't have the games entered for, either because I haven't gotten to them yet or because it just won't work. But you can see how many prices it just inputted automatically, which before we were having to price these all manually by hand every single time, even if it's a game that we get in, every day. So you can see how much time this is going to save us by not having to enter these in. And for me, I'm a little bit quicker on entering stuff in because for whatever reason, I can memorize our prices on stuff. But Abby has a little bit more trouble with it. Obviously, Ryan has not even done a spreadsheet yet, so he wouldn't be able to do it. But this just saves so much time. Because instead of, okay, this game, it's Beetle Adventure Racing. Instead of Abby having to look this up on price charts or look into our inventory and see what we sold it for before, she can just copy and paste this formula and it inputs the price. Not only does it make it quicker and easier to work on spreadsheets, but it also makes it easier for us to stay consistent on our pricing because this is automatically set. And, if a game, games do fluctuate a little bit, but if it fluctuates a lot, if a game goes way down or way up, we can always go back in to this part and, we'll just scroll up and pick a random game. Mega Man X2, we have it at $100. If for whatever reason someone found a warehouse full of them and it dropped to $20, we just change this right here and then we can go about our day. Link's Awakening, $24.99. If that game all of a sudden went up to $70, all I have to do is change it here, and then anytime we enter in a new one to the system, it'll price it at the new price. Obviously, we'd still have to go back through and change them in our inventory, but I'm so happy about this, and I have a lot more work to do on it. Obviously, I need to add as many games as possible for it to be as useful as possible, but as you can tell, I've got a ton of stuff in here already, and it's working perfectly, and I'm just so freaking happy because it's amazing. So we got a package. Abby's gonna unbox here.
Yeah.
This is a sale or a trade?
This is a trade. Oh, okay. It says, "What up, peeps? Facebook trade-in from Cody." Thought there was gonna be more in there. Okay. So it's a lot of different stuff. It's not just like one system. So we got Castlevania for the N64. GoldenEye 007 for the N64. Is this not enough? Okay. We have one of those D-pad things for the Switch. It doesn't work in handheld mode. It's just for the D-pad. And then we have...
it only works in handheld mode.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Cyber Tiger. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. Indiana Jones.
Ooh.
And another GoldenEye 007.
I like that Indiana Jones. We never get that game in.
I know. We have Yoshi's Island. Illusion of Gaia. Super Metroid.
Ooh, we don't have any of those either.
Final Fantasy II. Oh, it looks like we have more N64. Bomberman 64. Army Men. Sarge's Heroes 2. Rampage World Tour. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Jet Force Gemini. And Wave Race 64. And then, Oracle of Ages.
Awesome.
Resident Evil 2 for the PS1. Fully complete, it just felt a little bit light. Crash Team Racing. Frogger. Crash Warped. Intellivision Activision games. Oddworld. Oddworld?
What?
I don't know.
Oddworld.
Pikmin.
No S's.
Animal Crossing. Link's Awakening.
Ooh.
And then, I know we're going to get people wanting this game.
That one on the bottom that looks like a dog chewed it up?
Well, this was disc only. No, it's DuckTales Remastered.
Ooh.
I know it's not...
Oh, Ryan called dibs. Sorry,
Ryan
guys.
called dibs. It's not expensive anymore, like it went up in price that month and a half, but it's still people looking for it.
It's a fun game.
Pac-Man, Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then disc-only Super Mario Maker for the Wii U, And then when we were talking about this, he considered this disc only, but it's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, look at that.
But yeah, everything was packed pretty dang good.
The manual's got it too.
Yeah. He mentioned that the manual, that's what we were like, yeah, it's disc only. He said it works.
We might have a case.
Probably.
Thank you, Cody.
Thank you, Cody, and I'll message you about your order.
All right, so we have another package here that came from GameStop, and I'm not quite sure if this is just a late package from the last unboxing with more games, or if it's something else, because we're waiting on 2 other things we ordered after those. And oh no, this is part of the thing. We have 3 Sega Genesis 6-button controllers. This is part of the stuff I ordered with the Switch games, actually, because the Switch games were not over the price that you need to get free shipping. So I added those 3 on. They only, I don't know if it's the regular price, but they're selling these for $5.39 for an official 6-button controller. We sell them here in the store for $14.99, and we can't seem to keep them in stock. So I just added those on to get free shipping on the Switch games and make a little bit of extra money. Look what I just picked up off the floor, guys. That is a piece of glass from our door when the store got broken into in March of 2018 or 2019. So crazy. We're still finding glass. It was right down there. Right there where that little white mark is.
And we sweep weekly. Like,
yeah, we sweep multiple times a week. And okay, that's not glass. This is like I don't know what that is, but like whenever we do find glass, it's not like it's out in the open. It's always like underneath the edge of the shelf or just whatever it is. But it's crazy that we're still finding glass. Like, obviously when it happened, we were cleaning up glass for like the next few days, like heavily, but we've swept out under all the shelves. A lot of the arcade cabinets have been moved, and so every time we do, we sweep underneath those, and there's always a couple pieces of glass. But like, we literally sweep all the time because this is a hardwood or whatever it is. It's not carpet. Hair and dust seems to like gather up together in clumps like this. So what is this, piece of a candy cane or something? So we're always sweeping that up because it looks bad, and we're still finding glass. It's so crazy. So it's 7:47 right now, and Abby said that I made a joke, and I was just like, oh, I want to go home, and she's like, go ahead. And I was like, well, how about I go hit up a couple Goodwills before they close instead? And she's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go and try to hit up 2. But I only have about an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm probably not going to film inside the Goodwills because I'm going to be quick, but I will at least show you guys what I get. And then, like I said, tomorrow I'm going Goodwilling, going to the Southeast Portland outlet with my friend Kevin. We did this a little while ago, beginning of December, and both had a lot of fun. We used to go every day together, but obviously I don't go every day anymore because I'm at the store. So, gonna hit up a couple right now, and we'll do a lot more tomorrow. I know you can't really see me too well, but I did find a few things in there. Got this weird board game called Telestrations. It was $10, but it's like $25 after fees and shipping. I got this remote. It's a Toshiba SE-R0265. I didn't even have to look it up because I already know it's good, but I did just so that I could give you guys the price. They're going for about $20 to $25. I found a Pichu plush for $2.99, and also a Pikachu wearing a little hat and a cape. Freaking adorable. And I also got a game for the collection, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2 for the Cube. It was $4, which is a little bit more than I like to pay, but I kind of miss finding games for my collection at Goodwill, so I wanted to grab it. Going for the full GameCube set. That's one I didn't have yet. Put your guess in the comments. What do you guys think it is? Wii Fit Plus. Just left the last Goodwill, guys. I'm about to go home, but I got some Kit Kats for $3. Why not? It's a huge thing of them, and I love Kit Kats. Got one CD for $2.99. As Navoir. It's like $15 after fees and shipping. Got this little Trivial Pursuit game. I know you guys can't see, it's too dark, I'm sorry. This was $4, it's brand new, and it's like $15 after fees and shipping. And then I got 2 of these Sorry Not Sorry games. You can kind of see it. They're both sealed. They were both $6.99, and they're $13 and some change after fees and shipping. So not quite the the profit that I like on stuff, but they have a really, really low rank, so they're gonna sell right away. So that's everything. And they also had a Wii Mini in there, but it was marked at $15. It didn't have any cables or controllers, and we sell them with the red Wii remotes and nunchucks, and we don't even have enough red Wii remotes for the ones we have, so I decided to pass on it. So I'm gonna head home now.